Right, hello. No idea if you can hear me. As always, it's very confusing with all this technology stuff. But hopefully the end is in sight for when we can actually do real gigs for real people in real time. Now, my computer's telling me all sorts of stuff that I don't really know or understand. But I believe I'm going live now. If you're out there, anybody, which is the weird one, I don't know. My name's James Bar Bowen, as you may or may not know, but you do now. I'm going to play some songs. I'm going to start off with a song that a friend of mine wrote. He's a guy called Roddy Johnston who lives in the centre of Scotland, but he wrote this when he was living in England. This is called This Is England Now, and I guess it's a song of hope, that we can kind of get back and, I don't know, spend some time together rather than just all this through screens and online and strange stuff like that. So I'll give it a go, I'll get started, and at the end of this song I'll probably have to check in and see if it's actually working. Okay, this is called This Is England Now. England now, this is the north, and this is high summer, and this is my life. Those are your beautiful eyes, I've nothing but love for you now. This is England now, this is the north, and that is my future, and this is called destiny. This is that feeling that I get, I'm nothing but love for you now. And we shall learn to speak, not as drunk on new wine, every man and woman in his or her own time. Every one of us under heaven shall understand that which was spoken in Jerusalem. This is England now, this is the north, and this is my summer, and that was a different life. Those are your beautiful eyes, I'm nothing but love for you now. This is England now, this is the north, and that is your perfect smile. You send shivers down my spine, I'm nothing but love for you now. You send shivers down my spine, I'm nothing but love for you now. You send shivers down my spine. Okay, that was This Is England Now. Right, like I say, I have no idea if I'm just shouting into the void, because yeah, I haven't got the hang of this whole technology nonsense. But I will assume that you can hear me, I can hear me, we're all going well. Let me just have a quick look at what might be happening here, but yeah, I don't know. If you can't hear me, I don't know what to do about that. Anyway, this next song is called Still Gazing at the Stars, and it goes like this. Someone's reaching for the stars. I'm not naming names. Disbelief leaves me open mouthed, the fool before the fire. Sights of pain and trouble when the flames rise even higher. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. I think of you with love. These words are all the rage, but careless talk costs lives. Vernaculars contested, what a witch in our lives. Embarrassment and riches in an armoury of words. The big guns and their magazines seem ever more absurd. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. I think of you with love. Cargo ships and Catholic tastes of prayers before the storm. Empty hearts and ermine robes are faded as the norm. Love, respect, integrity had meaning way back when. Northern words and winter skies remind me once again. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. I think of you with love. Trust me, I'm still gazing at the stars. 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 I think of you with love. Okay, thanks very much. Right, as you know, and I'm sure all of you have done so already, you know that these gigs are for the Punk for the Homeless. I believe that's the right thing, and I assume that's the right way round for you. If you don't know, this is all about raising money to support street kids, and there was a very kind of quite harsh video that that was on earlier, which was looking at the situation of some of the kids. I believe they're in Guatemala, and you just think, come on, these are kids who live in what should be the richest and safest time in the existence of humanity, and look at the mess they're in. So we've got to do something about this. I always say I'm very sceptical about charity, you know, and I know that it was all Red Nose Day yesterday and all the rest of it, and I think charity is the absolute last point of call for working stuff out like that, because there is enough wealth for all of us, there is enough money for all of us. It all can make a difference, but absolutely, please, if you've got a few quid, please put it into this address, put it into this pot. It makes a difference, you know it does. But also enjoy the fact that we get together and we do this stuff, and we do this stuff because it's in a good cause and it makes a difference. Okay, enough ranting and raving from me. I'll get on and do some more ranting and raving with my guitar, I guess. Now this is a song I haven't played for a while, because obviously Brexit's going so well that it seemed a bit crazy to be critical about it, and the state of the world is so obviously so sorted that writing political folk song and asking questions about where the power lies through its teeth and all the rest of it maybe seems quite redundant. No, I'm obviously joking, because like, what a mess. But anyway, this is called a Pyrrhic Victory. Here we have the makings of a brand new play. Some jokers even call it Independence Day. Desperate glory in a brave new world, and a lesser trodden path with these banners unfurled. There's nostalgic stories and some national pride. The official line ignores a great divide. We have freedom of speech and we have freedom, while the Eton boys create an Eton mess. To me it doesn't look much like a victory, at least a Pyrrhic one, as we watch the numbers fall. Vultures pick once more at the bones of history, and freedom locked up safe behind a wall. Laughing boy whips up a whirl of hate to all my brothers and sisters at the southern gate. Feudal structures keep you in your place, as the cannon fodder in a global race. To me it doesn't look much like a victory, at least a Pyrrhic one, as we watch our comrades fall. Vultures pick once more at the bones of history, and freedom locked up safe behind a wall. I keep my Brexit ears open with an eye for a lie. We'll take a tooth for a tooth. There are crocodile tears, Cayman Island prizes, allegations of truth. Call it cold-blooded fear, there's no pie in the sky, no burden of proof. There's a perfect storm a-coming in a shaky house of cards with an unstable roof. To me it doesn't look much like a victory, at least a Pyrrhic one, as we watch the markets fall. Vultures pick once more at the bones of history, and freedom locked up safe behind a wall. Some boast of the strength of our army. When we ask them to share, they plead poverty. Self-seeking souls in a climate of greed. There's an error message on your Twitter feeds. To me it doesn't look much like a victory, at least a Pyrrhic one, as we watch the empires fall. Vultures pick once more at the bones of history, and freedom locked up safe behind a wall. Freedom locked up safe behind a wall. Freedom. Okay, that was a Pyrrhic Victory. Well, I hope Brexit's going better for you than it is for me, because of course I do most of my gigs in continental Europe, and currently we're waiting to see what happens. But obviously, as a lot of people haven't thought about this, that we're a bit buggered really if we're musicians who go and do that thing, because we can't at the moment. I mean, COVID aside, we'll see what happens next, but I think, you know, this is one of those situations where do we end up being this sort of like, you know, we can't go there, they can't come here, all our cultural exchange, all the fantastic things that happen where we go and meet other people from other places, other cultures and all that is just going to become more difficult. To me, that's bullshit. Anyway, this next song is called Fuck Me Shoes. Now this is a song that I wrote quite a while ago for lots of reasons. Oh, and if you're wondering what Fuck Me Shoes are, I do have some Fuck Me shoes here. This is my pair, size 10s, very sexy and completely impossible to walk in. So if you know anybody who wears those things and manages to walk in them and look very sexy, absolute hats off to them, because I can't even stand up. But I wrote this song as a kind of peace song, an anti-war song, because there is a strong tradition within the military of people trying to get out of actually fighting by wearing women's clothes, men wearing women's clothes and the like, but also because there is, you know, a very contested current battle going on for freedom, for respect and all the rest of it, and it's got so complicated. I can't keep up. I don't know if anybody else can, but surely the point is that what we need to do is respect each other for who we are, what we are, who we love, how we love, as long as we don't hurt anybody in the times when we're doing it. That is the point. That's what freedom's all about. To me, that's what punk rock's all about. We look after each other. It's got messy. This is called Fuck Me Shoes. And apologies if you're sitting here watching it with your vicar or your mum or somebody who might be offended by such language, but it's kind of appropriate. With my fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile, this is a song of freedom. It's time to get my clothes on. My makeup, my nylons, my lipstick and my little black dress. Well, I calculate that it's more gorgeous. I'm gonna strut and pout, mix and float with all that I've been blessed. Well, you may calculate, I'm feeling just a little bit nervous about my makeup, my nylons, my lipstick and my new stiletto heels. But I calculate that it's time to provoke a reaction. I'm gonna strut and pout, spit and snarl with a newfound resolve of steel. Now you can rest assured I know just what I'm doing, and you can bet your life I'm doing it for myself. There's method in my madness, goodness comes from badness. In my fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile, my fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile. battle dress, my war paint, and these shoes. But I calculate that I'm serving on the front line. I'm gonna strut and pout and shoot from the hip in a war we must not lose. Now you can rest assured I know just what I'm doing, and you can bet your life I'm doing it for myself. That in my madness, goodness comes from badness. In my fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile. My fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile. Well, I calculate that you might be ready to join me. In your makeup, your nylons, your lipstick and your dress you can borrow from me. Well, I calculate that together we will shine like diamonds. We're gonna strut and pout, mince and flirt, spit and smell, and shoot from the hip in the name of liberty. Now you can rest assured I know just what I'm doing, and you can bet your life I'm doing it for myself. There's method in my madness, goodness comes from badness. In my fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile. My fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile. My fuck me shoes and a fuck you smile. Okay, thanks for listening. Now, anybody, can you give me a clue? Can anybody hear me out there in Radio Land or Ether Land or wherever you are? Because my computer seems to have just gone silent on the subject. I got a couple of messages from Johnny Tyler and Alan Morgan and Eagle Spitz, and then that's about it. So anyway, I'll keep going on the assumption that you I'm doing. So let's have a look. What have we got in here? Now I'm going to play what is one of my lockdown songs. Now I haven't been very good at writing songs in lockdown because I've been completely unmotivated. So actually one of the great things about doing these gigs, like the Punk for the Homeless gigs, is it forces me to get my guitar out and actually play some tunes and think about tunes and think about songwriting and stuff like that. So I'll try this one. This is called Breathe In, Exhale. This is a song that I wrote about, middle of last year. Anyway, it goes like this. Now correct me if I'm wrong with a story or a song. Someone said to take it to the edge. Rising pressure, wasting time, and feeling past your fear of free will falling from the ledge. Cut your cloth, put your snout into the trough. Thank folk the fate of no return. The best seats in the house are for those who've got no nous. Snake-old salesmen watch our cities burn. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. There remain to while away the days. Someone said to tell it to the bees, learning concentrating cane and working through the pain. Memories mutating by degrees. Stake your claims, do the same. Turn the dial up way beyond the mark. The baseline scores are valued by the boards as funding and they start to spark. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Object if you like to an unexpected spike. Someone said statistics seldom lie. Raise your hand and feel for mine. We're searching for a sign. The rules of social contact still apply. Call my bluff with tales of just enough. Feel the fear but do it anyway. The cannon never lies, you can see it in their eyes, and naked truths are really on display. It is hell. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Okay, that was Breathe In, Exhale. Now I've got one or two songs left, so I don't really know how we're doing for time. So I'm guessing that this is probably my last one. If not, someone give me a shout maybe and let me know that I should do one more. If this is all going to plan, thinking what I'm thinking. This is an old song. This is also a sing-along song. I know sing-alongs don't really work when we're online, or maybe they do. Maybe you're sat on your sofa or pogoing around your living room or whatever you get up to in your spare time, and I'm not one to judge. But no, I really hope you're enjoying yourself, because I have to say this whole lockdown thing makes me think I have had enough. I just want to get out there. I want to see you in the pub. I want to go for a beer. I want to hang out. I want to talk shite like we normally do. You know, let's argue about politics. Let's talk about any old stuff. Let's. In fact, as my mate Steve said, I just want to smell you. So this is called "Are You Thinking What I'm Thinking?" It goes like this. Double think the angels share, the demons drink with restricted access to increase our rights. Shines like a beacon in the night. Opinions form in a gathering storm. The chattering classes keep the global warm. We polarise from the vastly absurd. The moderates believe the regurgitated word. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? They're thinking and not thinking. Rats are leaving the ship sinking. And this is the bit where you have to sing along. Oh, 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 oh. Warriors waltz with a retrospective style, with weasel word smile. spirit of the age. No one even noticed the gilding or the cage. Now the skies are clear where freedom rings. The wives and the mothers of the princes and the kings have a rolling swagger, a charisma, the automatic gates of their new country pile. Someone said to me she's got questions left to ask, like who is the villain in the torn gorilla mask? Who is having kids? Who is having fun? And who is facing who down the barrel of a gun? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? They're thinking about rats are laying in the ship sinking. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? They're thinking about not thinking. Rats are laying sinking. Okay, there you go. Right, thank you for listening. My name's James Bar Bowen. If you really like what you hear, obviously you can get in touch with me. I do have CDs and tea towels and t-shirts and stuff to flog. But far more important than that is this. If you have a few quid spare, please donate. I can't see if that's on the screen or not. Something like that anyway. Thank you for listening. Thanks to all the guys who make this possible. I know Eagle works very hard behind the scenes. I know Alex works very hard behind the scenes. But also remembering that as a gig, as a community, this only happens if we do it together. Okay, some people do the hard work for certain things. Some people turn up and play their guitars. Some people, but as a community, we do it together. We have to keep doing that. Thanks for listening. My name's James Bar Bowen. I'll see you later. Have a great evening.